BTS News Today. Shocking news from the medical world, where a patient with the initials JK experienced a critical condition due to the effects of food poisoning that occurred some time ago. The team of doctors who handled this case was shocked to learn that the poison in his body spread rapidly until it reached the respiratory system. According to medical reports, JK initially experienced common symptoms of food poisoning, such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and dizziness. However, his condition worsened in a short time. Toxins that enter his body are thought to come from food contaminated with bacteria or harmful substances. Even more surprisingly, the poison not only attacked the digestive system, but also began to spread to the respiratory system. This makes JK experience shortness of breath, severe coughing, even a decrease in oxygen levels in the blood. A doctor who handles JK revealed that this condition is quite rare. Usually, cases of food poisoning are limited only to the digestive system. However, in this case, the poison seems to have spread through the bloodstream and reached the lungs, caused serious respiratory distress, he said. The medical team moved quickly to provide intensive care. JK was given special treatment, including the administration of antidotes and oxygen therapy to help his breathing. This case is an important warning for people to be more careful in choosing food. After receiving intensive care, JK's condition gradually improved. The team of doctors revealed that his respiratory system began to stabilize, although it is still under close surveillance. JK is still being given oxygen therapy to make sure his lungs are functioning properly after exposure to the poison. The attending physician stated that the response of JK's body to treatment was quite positive. We see signs of recovery, but the patient still needs monitoring over the next few days to make sure there are no follow-up effects from the toxins that have spread in his body, said one of the doctors involved in the treatment of JK. This case is quite rare, but not impossible. Toxins from contaminated food can spread through the following mechanisms. Through the bloodstream once in the digestive system, toxins can be absorbed into the blood and carried to other organs, including the lungs. This is what allegedly happens in JK, where toxins spread systemically and interfere with respiratory function. Produces toxins that damage organs. Some types of bacteria or toxic substances in food can produce toxins that attack various body systems. In severe cases, this toxin can cause inflammation and damage to lung tissue. Allergic reaction or toxic shock. In some cases, toxins can trigger severe allergic reactions or toxic shock that cause swelling and narrowing of the airways. If not treated quickly, this condition can be fatal. JK's case is a warning to all of us that food poisoning is not just a mild problem that can be ignored. Some cases can be fatal if the poison spreads quickly and attacks vital organs. Therefore, it is important to recognize the initial symptoms and seek medical help immediately if you experience signs of serious poisoning such as prolonged diarrhea, especially if accompanied by blood. Although his condition began to improve, JK still has to undergo a series of medical examinations to make sure there are no long-term effects of the poison that has spread in his body. Doctors constantly monitor the functioning of the lungs and other organs to ensure that the body is completely cleared of harmful substances. According to the medical team, JK's recovery process will take several weeks. He should still undergo oxygen therapy gradually, maintaining a healthier diet, as well as avoiding foods that have the potential to trigger health problems. Close monitoring is still needed, especially to make sure there are no follow-up complications, such as impaired liver or kidney function due to toxins. One of the doctors who handled JK. The JK case opened the eyes of many people to the potential dangers of food poisoning, which not only has a temporary impact but can also cause long-term complications. Some of the risks that may occur due to severe food poisoning include chronic respiratory disorders if the poison causes inflammation or serious infection of the lungs, long-term breathing problems such as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, may occur. Damage to internal organs. Toxins that spread through the blood can damage the liver, kidneys, and heart. In some cases, the effects are only felt after a few months or even years. Decreased immunity. After heavy toxic exposure, the immune system can be weakened, making a person more susceptible to infections and other diseases. Prolonged indigestion. Damage to the digestive system from food poisoning can lead to problems such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, stomach ulcer, or impaired absorption of nutrients. In addition to medical treatment, mental and emotional support from family is very important. In JK's recovery process, food poisoning that almost took his life certainly left its own trauma. We always try to encourage him not to feel alone in this healing process. Reveal one of his family members. Health experts also suggest that JK undergo psychological therapy if necessary. Remembering the experience of almost losing your life can trigger post-traumatic stress, PTSD. This condition needs to be overcome so that he can return to living a normal life without excessive fear of food or the surrounding environment. This case is a reminder that education about food safety must be paid more attention. Many people still underestimate food hygiene, even though the risk of poisoning can be very fatal. Government and health institutions are expected to be more active in providing counseling on the importance of cooking food at the right temperature to kill harmful bacteria, store food properly to avoid the formation of toxins, recognizing the signs of food poisoning, and quick steps to deal with it with increased public awareness. It is hoped that events such as those experienced by JK can be prevented in the future. JK's journey from critical condition to recovery is a clear example of how serious the impact of food poisoning can be. Luckily, he got medical attention in time so that his life could be saved. However, not everyone has the same opportunities. We all need to be more vigilant and adopt a healthy lifestyle, especially when it comes to food. Do not ignore the slightest symptoms of poisoning, because if left unchecked, toxins can spread quickly and lead to fatal consequences. Hopefully, this JK experience will be a valuable lesson for all of us to be more concerned about the health and safety of the food we consume. JK's case reminds us to be more careful in choosing food and not to underestimate the symptoms of poisoning. Awareness of food hygiene and quick handling can be a lifesaver in emergency situations like this. Luckily, JK received timely treatment and is now in the recovery stage. JK recovery, the journey to optimal health. Although his condition began to improve, JK still had to undergo a series of medical examinations to ensure there were no long-term effects of the poison that had spread in his body. Doctors constantly monitor the functioning of the lungs and other organs to ensure that the body is completely cleared of harmful substances. According to the medical team, JK's recovery process will take several weeks. He should still undergo oxygen therapy gradually, maintaining a healthier diet, as well as avoiding foods that have the potential to trigger health problems. Close monitoring is still needed, especially to make sure there are no further complications, such as impaired liver or kidney function due to toxins. One of the doctors who treated JK. Potential long-term effects of food poisoning. The JK case opened the eyes of many people to the potential dangers of food poisoning, which not only has a temporary impact but can also cause long-term complications. Some of the risks that may occur due to severe food poisoning include chronic respiratory disorders if the poison causes serious inflammation or infection of the lungs, long-term breathing problems such as asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, may occur.
You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it.